Hey guys, East Texas Wildman. Beautiful Sunday morning here in the Wildman Cave. I just wanted to talk a little bit this morning about MAGs or survival groups. Some ideas that I had and maybe get some input from you all on your ideas, and maybe if you have a MAG or a bug out group or whatever, neighborhood plan, whatever that might be, what you use to determine who is going to be part of your group, how you vetted them, all that kind of stuff. And also knowing other groups and what kind of people they are, what kind of assets they may be to you or you to them, stuff like that. You know, we talked earlier in one of my videos about the inch bag, not coming home bag, and the potential for having to bug out of your bug out location and hit the road with, alone or with other people. And that to me is the worst case scenario, and there's a lot of planning and stuff you can do to make that a better situation, but that's not what this video is about. I want to talk about is MAGs, or your survival groups, and how you vet them when you're picking people to be part of your group. And to me, there's several different things I look at. First is that person of like mind and have the same values that I have, the same motivations, the same sense of morals, I don't know, the same values, I guess was the best word for it. I guess the best values, do we mesh there? Another thing you might find is their skills. You might find people that have skills that make them a good potential for your group, i.e. a doctor, a trauma nurse, a soldier, communications guy, a ham radio enthusiast, those kind of people, farmers, all, there's just so many skills that could be useful to a group. And then after skills is experience, and a lot of things that I look at is people that have had experience in tough situations, because that does build mental toughness, and if they made it through, then they have something there that is special, especially vets, policemen, firefighters that been life and death kind of situations. That's mental toughness. You don't want somebody in your group that's just going to fall apart under stress. Last thing you need to do is be dealing with somebody with a mental breakdown or a nervous breakdown, because whatever, we're now in a Tawakoni situation or SHTF situation, whatever. So I look for experience, and then there's experience in life situations, and then there's experience in different types of work, different types of hobbies, all that kind of stuff. And that kind of goes with skills. The next thing I look at is willingness for a person to train, because I believe every person in your group, regardless of their skill set, should be cross-trained in everybody else's skills. So if you have a trauma nurse on your team, and she's the only person with any medical knowledge, if something happens to her or him, where's that leave you? It leaves the group weaker. So by cross-training, you have people that learn those skills, medical skills and whatever the different types of skills might be. So if something happens to one key person, then you have somebody to step up into that position and take over. They may not be as good, but there's something. You have something there. I kind of treat it like, I was in the Army. I was a Special Forces medic. On our team, we all had our jobs. I was a medic. We had weapons guys. We had demo guys. We had communications guys. But we all cross-trained. So if something ever happened to one, then there's other people that could step up and do that job. And it made us a very tough unit. And it's just like any of the special ops trained operators today, they're all cross-trained. So one guy goes down, another one can step up in that same position and complete the task or the mission. So that's the way I look at as a MAG should be. You have specialists. You might have one guy that's a paramedic, one guy that's an armor, one guy that the vet knows security. Somebody that's knows how to process meat and food and storage and all that kind of stuff. Well, if everybody cross trains and learns all those skills, then it just makes the whole group a more secure and stronger group. Also is the not so much with the group you're in, but knowing if you can, and you can find out pretty much, you talk to people around you, who's kind of a prepper, who's kind of a survivalist type of person. You can talk to people and you learn. And you can find out about other groups, just gather a little intel. And you don't have to be overt about it, but you can find out about other people. And that my thought is I want to know the groups that are around me, and I want to know the type of people that are in those groups, and not only because it can be an asset, it can be something to watch out for. If you have a group that's made up of some pretty nasty people, it might be a group you want to try to stay away from. But there may be groups that have a doctor, and they may have the same values you do, or they may have a bigger farming operation, or they may have a smaller farming operation, or whatever. You can be an asset to each other. And I think the only way that we're really going to make it through any kind of real decline in our society is to do it by these small groups, or what I would call a tribe. Put together your tribe, know and have relations with other tribes in your area, and that's the only way anybody's really going to survive long term. So anyway, those are a couple thoughts on MAGs and groups, and I'd love to hear some comments, especially you guys that have groups, either neighborhood groups or MAGs, or your bug out location groups, and kind of I'd like to have some information, kind of how you did things, how you vetted people, maybe some kind of different plans you have. Not specifics. I'm not trying to get intel on everybody. I'm just trying to come up with ideas for my own group to make it as strong and as viable a group as possible. So if you wouldn't mind, please comment, share this, subscribe if you're not a subscriber already, and hey, it's a beautiful day. I'm going out in the woods, practice some skills, so y'all should do the same. God bless. This is East Texas Wildman. See ya.